Hello. I'm nervous. I think nervousness is the stepping stone to deliver a great talk. Respected Principal Ma'am, distinguished speakers, teachers, and world-class global citizens who are the future of this nation, who will be here one day when their turn will come, when they will be more nervous and they'll deliver another talk. Ideating for a better future. Actually, it's a very thoughtful topic which ma'am has chosen. And since my work is all about excavating the past, therefore, I'm a person who believes in yesterday, today, and tomorrow. Kal, aaj, or kal. Ideating your future. What do you need to do for that first? Let me take you back in time when my journey began, when I had a destiny and I had a date to meet it. Certain challenges which I would like to cover and spill the beans so that you will take home something astonishing to cherish forever. Forever, I mean forever. Well, if I start my journey, I'm a person who believes in, I want to do everything. मुझे सब कुछ करना है. And I think that was the landmark when I rediscover myself that why do I want to do सब कुछ in life? Why can't I stick to one thing? And I'll tell you why am I saying conquer the world by conquering your mind. A potentially world-class audience of young people. I'm telling you, stir your mind. I'll tell you how. I come from a family where everybody is a non-med. And I wanted to break the barriers. I wanted to conquer the world. I did not want to settle for less. And I was not knowing, like many of you will not know what to do, how to do, and how to get ahead. How will I understand that finally this is my date with my destiny? I was also clueless. I was not a very likable person in my family, though, because I was from humanities. Oh, you are from humanities? Oh God, what are you studying? Really? I mean, are you really? Look at your brothers. Look at the other cousins. They are doing so well. And what are you doing? You don't have to study much. Why have you kept, subjects like these? And as I told you, I want to do everything. And my journey was not all about, and it was not revolving around studies. It was revolving around the world. You are the global citizens. I also wanted to be a global citizen. I also wanted to revolve myself around the world like a clock. Therefore, I pursued that passion for arts. And I did it wholly and solely. And here's the twist comes. We are talking about leadership, ideating for a better future, conquering our mind and world. But how will you do it? Still, you must be wondering. You should be a great follower. You should be a great follower to be a world-class leader. And today, like I'm very good at excavating the past, I'll narrate a story of one of my favorite visionary, greatest of all times leader, thoughtful leader, Swami Vivekananda. You know, there was a day back in time around, it was the time of 2002, and I was sitting like this, and one of the speakers, they spoke about Swami Vivekananda. And that changed my destiny. Because he was also not a Swami right from the beginning. Like I told you, if you want to be a great leader, you need to be a great follower. You need to have a plan. Even if you are following your own footsteps, you need to have a plan, a consistent plan. Like Swami Vivekananda, he was a follower of Ram Krishna, his mentor. And after his death, He became a great visionary leader when he actually introspected himself. He conquered his mind, and then he changed the narratives of India. This is why I'm saying global citizens, India class citizens, belonging to the ancient, a very urbanized civilization whose generation is sitting here. And that was the pride which was imbibing in my mind that I'm not going to settle for any less. I am not for medical, non-medical or anything, but I belong to world. I'm not saying other streams are not good. Do what your mind says. Do what you feel like conquering. And that's how my journey from the most unlikable person to the most likable person started. And I had a date with my destiny on 9th March 2015 when I got a call from Defense Services headquarters that, ma'am, we would like to have you with ourselves as the research team coordinator and the PRO of Punjab government. We would like to have your services on the upcoming museums and many more museums across India. I was on the top of the world. I cannot explain that date with your destiny when you actually have it. How a person, you cannot think of yourself pretty big. You really have those doubts in mind that how am I going to conquer this? Can I do it? Is it really for me? And that was the time I never looked back. I never looked back in life. Therefore, I'm telling you, you will be having many highs, many lows, many challenges. But are they your enemies? No. I see them as your biggest friends. If you will not be having challenges in your life, how are you going to succeed? Therefore, you need to be a great follower. Only then you will become a visionary, world-class leader. And I tell you one more thing, which paves a great way for better understanding. Never leave your roots, like I never did. And why will you leave your roots? Like when I get through many threads of history, I understand what is the importance of it, documenting it, preserving it, and making our nation shine. And this is what we do as battlefield archaeologists, military research scholars, and world-class leaders, citizens, and still a follower and inspiring many more. Therefore, today I take it as another eureka of my life, which Swami Vivekananda also had in his life. After the death of his mentor, he actually started introspecting his own nation, its people, its dharohar, its heritage. Where are we going wrong? This is what we do. When we go wrong, everybody says introspect. That was the time when we started introspecting ourselves. And why am I narrating these riveting stories before you? Because my job is like that. Connecting the dots, connecting past, kal, aaj or kal. And I'll tell you what he did when his mentor left the world, went to the heavenly abode. He started his journey right from Kashmir to Kanyakumari. And thereafter, he introspected, where are we going wrong? And one more thing, children, he wasn't unaware that what is the impact of Western technological innovations and how we can bring a fusion of our humanism, our pride, our glory, and turning it into a modernism. And when there is a fusion, you create an innovation. If I'll tell you right now, we all talk about go back to Ayurveda, go back to organic eating, lifestyle problems, this, that. Why are we emphasizing on that? Why are we going back in time? We are going back in time because it's a route to introspect. Why do you follow your parents? Because they are narrating certain stories out of their own experiences. And this leads to visionary leaders. Like I'm telling you, be a good follower. Only then you will conquer the world by conquering your mind. You should have an inner instinct. And if I'll talk about the instinct of Swami Vivekananda, he went Kashmir to Kanyakumari. He introspected his nation's problem, and then he went to Chicago. And I am taking you all to Chicago. You all are sitting in the world's first parliament on religion. There he says, brothers and sisters of the world, visionary leaders, I do namaskar to you. Today, I wanted to put a light on his life, because if I talk about a mentor and a mentee relationship and reviving your own self, unfurling yourself, nothing could be better than Swami Vivekananda. You all are Vivekananda. You all can be Vivekanands. It's just that you have to transform into that serious fun. Vivek, conscience, wisdom, Anand, joy. When your journey becomes serious one, joyous, you immersify in that passion, it becomes an innovation. Innovation of idea, thought, art, poetry, anything you wish to do. I also wish to do something else in life, and I turned out to be a battlefield archaeologist. I wanted to be an advocate. Right from the beginning, my future was very ideal. I ideated on that. But then what happened? Sometimes things will go wrong, but that wrong doesn't mean that you're not going to shine through storms. You will shine. Who says that we cannot change certain things? Like our distinguished speaker, Mr. Nick. He was a banker. He changed his career. I was reading about him. I was reading about Mandeep sir also, that he changed the outlook. You can turn and twist your own outlook. You can carve your own destiny. And that's what makes you different. And now you will say, ma'am, you talked a lot about this, that. Where is the list that we can also become Vivekanand? Because I see all of you having that conscious and Anand, joyous in your life. Firstly, there is a lambi si list of so many ingredients, but I will spill a few which are very, very important for you all. As we all say, be yourself. Do we able to achieve that in this technological driven, social media hyped world? Some of us says we can, we can't, and some says we can. And I'll tell you how is it possible. Be yourself, like Swami Vivekananda did. He went to that world's first religion, world's first parliament on religion. How did he go there? In his saffron-clad clothes, in his khadaon, and he created the difference. He made everybody stand and applaud for him. Therefore, be yourself. Learn every day. You know what? Today I'm here, I'm still learning. And I'll keep on learning, because life cannot stop and your learning cannot stop. If you do not have a curious mind and if you cannot learn, then I think you will not be able to get ahead in life. Because every stage, every phase of our life demands a huge learning. And thirdly, be multitasked. And it's a very astonishing fact that I'll tell you. Many of us think that one cannot pursue so many things at once. If you look at many people, like I'm saying, respected principal ma'am, she's just not a principal. She's everywhere. She's everywhere in the world. She is inspiring others. She is doing so much. And there is a daily dose of inspiration right from her. And still I'm learning from her how to do this work-life balance. So I think you should be a multitasker. You should be a curious. And be yourself, be happy, and have serious fun. Have serious fun and have serious fun. And lastly, I will conclude with one one thing which will tinker your mind and stir your thoughts. Delhi. This city was plundered, looted by 7 times in the history. Many came, many gone, but we are here. It's the seat of our nation. It's the capital city where we all are here. So what do we learn? After each plunder, after each challenge, you will conquer your mind. If you wish to conquer the world, if our forefathers did not dare to conquer their mind, how would you conquer that freedom, that essence of being you? I wish you all enough challenges so that you will cherish small happinesses in life. I wish you all enough tears so that you will have the gratitude for your happiness. I wish you all enough in life so that you will never take anything for granted, even your, victories. Humility breeds greatness. The more you fly up in the sky, more you become humble. So this is my request to you all. Arise, awake, and stop not till you reach for the sky. I wished, I conquered, I manifested, and I am still learning. Fly high there where eagles dare, we always say whenever we enter in our operations and when we conduct certain operations in the military. So fly high there where eagles dare, and do not stop until you meet your destiny wherever you wish to. I wish you all a very, very, very all the best, and it was my proud privilege to address you all today. I wish you all enough, my dear Vivekanands. I wish you all enough. Namaskar.